Hey guys, shh. I'm going to give you an example of a lot of these. So I want you to sit tight because I want you to be successful. So I gave you two different examples for number one, right? Yeah. You could use, this would be addition, and this would be what? Subtraction. If I do the same similarly for number two, I might say -2 plus what would give me 2? -2 plus 4, would that give me 2? So that would work. If I wanted to do that with addition, I would say -2 minus what? How do I get a +4 if I have a negative in front of it? Hendrik, I'm trying to help you, so please stop talking. Instead of a +4, what do I need here? A -4. Yes, this one's subtraction because I'm subtracting a -4. Here I'm adding a +4. Be kind. What if I started, hey guys, what if I started here with -5? What would I add to -5 to make a 3? What would I add to -5 to make a 3? 8. So here's how I could do the addition way of that. If I wanted a subtraction way of that, I might say -5 minus what? Look at the pattern. -8. So again, these with the pluses are my addition. These with the minuses would be my subtraction for the same thing. Last one on addition and subtraction. What if I said -11? What would I have to add to a -11 to make a 4? 10 would be -1. If I added a negative, it would get more negative. So 15 here. Good. So guys, if we were changing focus, this addition problem to a subtraction problem, I might say -11 minus what? Gibson, how would I rewrite this as a subtraction problem? Maybe put all your toys away and focus. Okay. What would I put here? Corden, look what I did here, and here, and here, and here, and here, and here. So what do I put here? 4. I'm trying to get 4. This 8 became a -8 when I changed it to subtraction. This 4 became a -4 when I changed it to subtraction. This 4 also became a -4 when I changed it to subtraction. So this 15 is going to become a negative what? -15. That gives us a +4. All right, I'm done giving examples for addition and subtraction problems. I'm going to start giving examples for multiplication and division. So if I was trying to find 5, what two numbers could I multiply? 1 times what? I'm so confused. I'm sorry, I gave you 2 things to choose from for 1, 2, 3, and 4. Perfect. Well, I'm gonna keep going. I'm here all day. No, I'm just trying to help you think. 1 times 5, right? But what happens when I have to have one negative number? If I change this to negative, what else do I need to do? Yes. What could I divide by 10 to make a 5? 2. So if I changed one of these to a negative number, I actually need to do what to both of them? Yes, they both need to be negative for my multiplication and division problems. So there's two examples for 5. 6. 2 times what gives me 6? 3. So if I make 2 negative, I also have to make the 3 negative. So there's a multiplication example for 6. What about 48? What would I divide by 48 to make 6? 8. Very good. So here again, if one of them is negative, both of them have to be negative in order to have a positive 6. Should we keep going with multiplication and division? 7 doesn't lend very well for that, but we could do the same thing. 7 times what? 1, kind of stupid, but we need to change them both to be negative. I'm just giving you examples and helping you with your thinking. I'm not giving you all the answers, although technically I kind of am. No, you're not. Okay. I just want to know. I gave you 4 examples for addition, 4 examples for subtraction. Now I'm giving you 4 examples for multiplication and division. What? We'll get, yeah, that's what we're doing. This is expression 7, right? Negative 7 times a negative 1 would give us 7. What would I divide by 42? I don't know. 6. Well done, Meadow. So we're going to divide by 6, but remember, if 1's negative, they both need to be negative. So what is that? This is your expression right here. Or this. Either one for 7. 1's a multiplication expression, 1's a division expression. Choose one. Remember, you need 2 addition, 2 subtraction, 2 multiplication, 2 division, 2 order of operations, which we're going to get to after we do 8. You do 8 now? Yeah. 2 times what is 8? 4. And remember, both should be negative if we include one negative. How about 56? 56 divided by what gives me 8? Very good. You guys are awesome at your multiplication today. So remember, both need to be negative. Yeah. You can choose addition, subtraction, multiplication. All right. So that was our middle row. I gave you additional division and multiplication for these. I even gave you an order of operation here for 12. We said 1 plus a negative 1 plus 4 times 2 plus 4. That wasn't too tricky, right? So let's work backwards from 12. We're looking at order of operations. So maybe I'm thinking 3 to the 2nd power minus 1 plus what? Wait, what is this one for? This is for order of operations. Wait, I want to use 10. I already did 10 here, but I'm going to do another order of operation one for 10. Plus 7 plus a negative what? So this, if we're thinking through it, is 9, right? 9 minus 1 is 8. 8 plus 7 is 15. So what would I need to subtract from 15? 4 to make 11. And see, I snuck in that negative number right at the end. You could have also said negative 3 squared. This would give you the same thing. Did anybody have a great order of operations expression for numero 10? do you have an order of operation? You got one for 10, go ahead. Plus 4 minus 5, is that what you said? Minus 1. All right, so what is this? This is 7 plus 4, which is 11, minus 1, which is 10. Perfect. So there's a great example of an order of operation using at least one negative, right? We have 2 negatives to get the answer for 10. Anybody have a great order of operation one for numero 9? For 11? 9. My God. I just did one for 11. Why would I ask for 11? Guys, the clock is super easy. You're just going to write, I'll show you in just a second. If I said -7 to the second power divided by 7, this is really 7, right? Plus 2. Can I do that? Done. There's one for 9, right? 7 plus 2 is 9, is essentially what that's saying. You do not need to make these super complicated, okay? Whatever expression you have for here, you're going to write here in this little box very neatly so I can read it, because I'm going to grade your clock and your clock only. Whatever expression you have written here for number 2, you're going to write it. Remember, this is just the expression. I know what it should equal, right? It should equal 2. So be careful when you're copying over. Some people prefer to tear these apart. That's fine. Make sure your name is here. You're going to turn both sheets in. I know the boxes are tiny, especially for order of operations, so if you need to write it. When you do number 6, just do it like this, right? Just write it up here. Write it here, going this way. If it helps you to keep turning, do it. Whatever helps you the most. I will do what you need me to do as far as how I read it. But you shouldn't write the expression and then equals 12. I know you're trying to make it equal 12. But do your expression to be sure, Gibson, that it equals 1 and 2 and 3, and they're all positive answers because we don't have negative numbers on our clock, okay? So I gave you lots of examples. You may choose to use them. You may choose to come up with your own. Remember, if you're only using my examples, you will score probably through here because you're not coming up with them on your own, right? So the C is pretty much the highest you can get if you're only using my examples. But if you're coming up with them and making, when solving, this is more challenging if you're coming up with them on your own, right? And if you're doing them all properly, you should be good here. Okay, so you're graded on the rubric, not like out of how many you get right or wrong. So see the rubric. Remember, if you're using only Mrs. Lobb's examples, the highest you're going to get on this assessment is a C. This is a C, this is a D, this is like a D minus. This is a B or a B minus, and these up here are A's. So you gotta do well. So this week's a free week, so you should have 25 out of 25. All right, I also have progress reports that I'm sending home with you. You can bring them back signed for extra credit. If your parent, I saw last night, I already gave them to them, so you don't have to worry about it. Yeah, that's it. So work quietly, please, and then Alex.